Hello everyone, this is Xander Turon, and we're back with the 11th BTR Flash Tournament, Game 15. We're now in the finals. This is going to be between Razzmann on the blue team with his Commonwealth General deck versus Faust on the red team with his Blue 4 Motorized deck. And now let us be on our way. Okay, so Razzmann is bringing out an Iltis for Charlie right off the bat by the looks of it. Some Erics and Bison inspired to put in the forest between Charlie and Bravo. Well, two Challenger 1 Mark 1s. Looks like he is going to be using them in Hotel and Golf. What was he bringing out there? A couple of Aslav 25 Recons and some Commandos in Aslav PCs, supported by some Vickers Mark 11, or one Vickers Mark 11, and a Stormer HVM for anti-air. I didn't catch what was on that. Probably not important. Alright, here we have Saxon with green jackets, Canadian Rifles and 2H495, and two Eric's teams. Let's see what Faust has right now. So he has Hachinanashiki and some Milan 2s. That's probably going to be securing his northern flank by the looks of it. Well, Scout Leopard coming out, along with some, I think these are Gavarman here, I can never remember. Some Rangers for Recon and a Milan 2 team. Centurion Aviary coming out from Razzmann, along with TH495 with Canadian Rifles. Anything new here? No, alright. I'm guessing Razzmann's going to be trying to secure this block of trees over here in the corner of Hotel. Maybe this block of trees in the corner of Golf. It looks like he is going to try and at least hold this forest between Charlie and Bravo. Maybe pushing to Bravo itself. I'd have to wait and see. As for Faust, he's bringing up a lot of those Gavarman as well as Stormers. Looks like he also has some Storm Engineers, along with the wheeled Roland 3. Let's see. So let's bring out that 120mm mortar right off the bat. M36 for fire support and Crowtails for anti-air, specifically anti-helo. Alright, and we are away. So this is going to be the first of 3 games that the finals were fought over. Gazelle Cannon looks like it's going to be hovering in this middle sector of the map. Hachinanashiki looks like that's going to be keeping an eye on the southern flank. Wolverine coming up from Razzmann. But I saw the Gazelle. That could be trouble for the Bisons. One of them goes down. Mortar coming out, smoking the road. TH495s are firing on the Gazelle. Hachinanashiki's coming down, probably going to try and provide some fire support. Gavarman are out. Razzmann has taken this forest in Golf and he's engaged Faust infantry in the open. But Faust has gone his Milan 2s into the buildings in Golf, and they are providing some fire, but their missile misses. Scout Leopards are providing good fire support against the TH495s. Wantu's targeting the Vickers Mark 11, but it misses. Meanwhile, in Bravo, Canadian Rifles have been caught out in the open, and they're being engaged by a lot of that Scandinavian infantry, well, Norwegian infantry specifically. However, the Centurion Aviary is taking apart these XA-186s NOs, but they have 3 front and side armor, so it's going to take a while for the Aviary to take them out. If it turns its fire onto the infantry, however, that's a very different story. Razzmann has forced Faust to pull back out of Gulf for the time being. As well, I didn't point this out, but Razzmann did bring out a command for Charlie right off the bat, but Faust did not bring out a command for Echo, so Razzmann has been at a +2 point lead, and that's given him 60 points so far, but Faust has brought out a Lynx H7 with a command, or HQ section, I do believe it's called, it's the British one. Anyway, that's going to cap Echo for him. I can never remember the sector names. Alright, more commandos coming out from Razzmann. However, they are kind of out in the open and they are taking fire. Faust is trying to move out across the open using smoke as cover. And he has a lot of infantry and transport, so he might be able to push it. Up here, JR7 coming out. And it wipes out the commandos. Meanwhile, Razzmann has gotten commandos into this block of buildings in Gulf, but they are being engaged by Rangers and Stormers. However, Challenger 1 Mark 1 is providing excellent fire support. More Canadian rifles coming out for the Charlie Forest. The Leopard 1 scout tank is engaging Canadian infantry out in the open. That is dangerous. If I was Razzmann, I'd be using that 80mm mortar to try and break line of sight from that Leopard 1. More smoke coming out from Faust by the looks of it. Nope, he's actually firing high explosive. Not quite sure what he's aiming at, maybe the Wolverine. Canadian rifles are caught out by the Stormers, but the TH-495s are coming up. And that's going to level the playing field a little bit. Stormers take out one of the TH-495s. And one Stormer squad goes down. Canadian rifles are caught in the open by a Leopard 1 scout tank still. Centurion Aviary, looks like Mraz was trying to get that stuck in. Mraz was using his FV-432M mortar carrier. Looks like he's trying to panic and stun these Stormers. Looks like an SAS team's coming out. Oh, Wargame take a hit from the Centurion AVRE, but they're still up and fighting, but those Canadian rifles are going to finish them off. The Stormers could cause them down to that Centurion AVRE. However, it's going to get a pretty devastating shot and it wipes out the remaining Stormers. M3A2 Bradley Cavalry Fighting Vehicle coming out. That's a very powerful scout unit due to its accurate TOW-2 missiles and stealth. Centurion Aviary putting fire into these XA-180s by the look of it. Looks like these Stormers might be engaged in the open by a Centurion Aviary. That is very dangerous for them. They do get a shot into it, though it does have decent frontal armor. So yeah, 12. That's going to be one more shot from the Stormer. And it's Carl Gustav, M2. SAS are now engaging the Stormers. SAS are not the greatest against other infantry, However, the Stormers were badly damaged, though this two almost fresh groups of Stormers coming out, but they're taking fire from a Challenger 1 Mark 1. Oh, fast mover inbound. Air GR7's out. Centurion Aviary, it's putting fire into the Stormers by the looks of it. I don't know if the Harry has a target, if it's just loitering right now. SAS taking heavy losses, though these Stormers are almost gone. Looks like this Razzmann's using his Centurion to finish them off. Nope. It's firing on the transports and does heavy damage to them. Harry GR7 has its missiles out, or its bombs out, and it takes out the SAS and the Centurion Aviary. That's a good split from Faust. Meanwhile, Razzmann has gone to command into Hotel, which has put him back at +1 point acquisition. That won't be for much longer because Faust has gotten a Lynx AH7 with an HQ section out. And that's going to cap Alpha for him. XA-180 is getting a little bit cheeky there. But one of them does go down. Lynx AH7 is doing good damage to those Canadian rifles caught out in the open. And one of them goes down while the other one is completely unharmed. Lynx AH7 expends the rest of its rockets, doing some fairly significant damage to the TH-495. The army have now been engaged by the Canadian rifles and the TH-495. There's only 2 left, so that's not going to be long before they go down. More smoke coming out from Faust. Here, Jarrus1 is out again. Looks like Razzmann's bringing out an HQ section for Golf. That'll give him a +1 lead. Oh, bombs are out. Oh, looks like he split it. Damage wipes out the king of... Oh my. Oh, did he go down? No, it took some missile hits from the Stormer by the looks of it, and maybe the tracked Rapier. However, anyway, it wiped out the remaining Canadian rifles and damaged the TH-495s. Canadian rifles being engaged by XA-180s. There's Stormer in there, I do believe. Green Jackets hitting them as well. Stormers are caught out in the open. They're taking some fairly significant fire. And they're both panicked. They lost both of their transports. More Canadian rifles coming up from Razzmann. Oh, CF-188 Hornet coming out. Looks like Razzmann wants to do a combat air patrol to keep that Harrier GR7 from causing any more trouble. But takes a hit from the Roland, I'm guessing, and Razzmann evacs it. Oh. Gazelle cannon coming out to watch the southern flanks. Three stack of Fusilier 90. That could be trouble for vehicles. Looks like Razzmann's trying to do some damage to that. Roland 2 / Roland 3, because it's Eugen forgot to rename it. It does have no armor, so it will take fairly substantial damage from even an 81mm motor if it hits. And Faust has gone to command into Bravo, which has neutralized Razzmann's +1 lead. Wolverine is taking shots at the Lynx AH7. 2 of its 3 missiles miss, and its 3rd missile hits. However, it has to reload now. Lynx AH-7 is in range. However, its panics won't be particularly accurate. However, 1 or 2 rockets hits, panics the Wolverine and makes it have to reset its firing computer. There you go. Words. Oh, command ilt is coming. Or Matt. Oh my god. Okay. Aardvark from Razzmann goes down, but it bombs the Roland 3. Anyway, as I was saying, it looked like Razzmann was murdering the command Iltis and forced it to move. Canadian rifles are engaging Fusiliers. Fusiliers they seem to be out in the open, so they are going to be taking a lot of damage. More Canadian rifles moving into the Bravo forest. Looks like they'll be engaging those Fusiliers at relatively close range, and they are getting support from the TH-495. Alright, Stormers are now moving to engage the Canadian rifles. Those MG3s are going to provide a lot of fire, as they are basically the best machine gun in the game. However, the Stormers are out in the open. They're taking fire from the TH-495, so they are taking heavy losses. Centurion AVRE and TH-495 movement. Oh, Harrier 7's out. It looked like it has a firearm position, so it missed completely. TH-495 does go down. Looks like it took a hit from the LOL 80. Faust is pulling back his command Iltis so he does not lose it. More Stormers coming out. And some Erics coming out from Razzmann. Looks like they're going to be followed up by some Centurion AVREs. Wargame M36s and an STRV 103C coming out from Faust. Looks like he's going to try and push into this tree line and golf. Oh, looks like this command Iltis might have been spotted by the Saxon, but it goes down to the Stormers before it can cause any damage. This Aslav 25 has infiltrated behind Faust's lines, and from that position I'm pretty sure I can see everything he spawns in. Crowtail taking shots at the Lynx AH-7 and it goes down. Now it's firing on the Lynx 20mm, but it misses and now it is out of missiles. Storm is engaging the Canadian rifles. However, Centurion AVREs are moving into support. If those Canadian rifles can stay alive long enough, those Stormers will be basically gibbed utterly by those AVREs. So the FV-432 motor carrier is providing some support. Looks like these Canadian rifles won't survive much longer. Centurions are very close. However, the Stormers have pushed right in, and they're probably going to kill the Canadian rifles with splash damage. Ooh, big hit. It takes a frontal hit from the Karl Gustav, but it survives and gets a massive hit into those Stormers and wipes out one of the squads. Meanwhile, this aviary is causing massive damage to those XA-180s. I guess you could say it is causing terrible, terrible damage. And it goes down. Looks like it took a hit from the Law M72A4 Law from the Canadian Rifles. Lynx AH-7 coming out to provide support, but it's a little bit too late for it to save anything. More Canadian Rifles and a command Iltis from Razzmann coming out. CF-188 Hornet looks like it's doing a combat air patrol to discourage any Harrier GR7 shenanigans. Wolverine coming out. Looks like that's going to try and Ravs is going to use it to try and discourage Link's AH7. Though it's on half hit points, it's the one that took a hit, probably from that same Link's AH7, I think. Alright. Faust has pulled back his command Iltis and Razzmann has gone his into Bravo, but that now gives him a +2 lead. However, Faust is pushing into Gulf. Erics are taking out transports, but they're taking fire from a lot of different sources and won't last very much longer. These Wargame are kept out in the open, however there's not a lot of infantry that Razzmann has there to stop them. Meanwhile the Stormer HVM is knocking out transports. Oh. FA-18C Hornet coming out. And it expends all of its missiles. They didn't see it hit anything. And the CF-188 is too far away to engage it. And the tracked Rapier FSA looked like it missed every missile. I didn't see the FA-18 take any hits. Oh. The Challenger 1 Mark 1s are doing some work, but they're taking fire from some Milans. And I think, oh my, Milan 2 actually hit its target and reset the firing computer on the Challenger 1 Mark 1. And it hit again. Well, I don't think I ever saw Milan hit twice in a row, or Milan F1. I have a feeling Razzmann is probably saying something about "nice crit, dude," as he is wont to say. F-18C Hornet comes out, takes out one Challenger, and takes out a TH-495. Meanwhile, the tracked Rapier misses again. M36s are taking heavy fire from those TH-495s. Whereas Faust has gotten Wargame and Rangers into these buildings, and they're trading fire with Commandos and TH-495s. Green Jackets didn't know these guys were down here, didn't notice it before. Looks like you're just keeping eyes on this part of the map. Nope, Harrier GR7 coming out. And takes a hit from the Crowtail. Oh, Razzmann split the shot, took out the Scout Leopard and the Crowtail. Milan 2s putting fire into the TH-495s. However, Commanders and Azla FPCs are moving up. Group of Fusiliers looked like they were trying to push in. Faust did get his command Iltis back into Bravo, and that is providing a counter cap, so Razzmann's only at a +1 lead. Another Challenger 1 Mark 1 from Razzmann. It looks like he's moved his CF-188 Hornet into a better position with which to intercept incoming enemy aircraft. Canadian Rifles moving across the open, but they're being engaged by a Scout Leopard. Leopard C2 Mexus coming out. Solid medium tank. And arguably the only Leopard variant in the game with somewhat appropriate armor levels. Well, that's a debate for another day. Interestingly enough, these Canadian Rifles have stayed alive long enough that they've expended almost all of their machine gun ammunition. You don't actually see that very often. Oh, F-18C Hornet coming out. But it looks like Faust tried to use his own fire to take out the CF-188 and is left heavily damaged. And a Harrier GR3 is a decent rocket plane. Didn't see what plane he was using though. Have to double check that. Anyway, F-18C can now do its missile run unmolested. Looks like it took out an ASLAV PC or something. Yeah, ASLAV PC. Commandos moving across the open are taking heavy fire. This Milan 2 has expended all of its missiles. Harrier GR7 and Harrier GR3 coming out all at once. Alright, here GR7's gauging the Scout Leopard by the looks of it. And here GR7 whacks the Crowtail. And both of them escape unscathed. FA... The Hornet is coming out again. Got FA-18Z, such an awkward name to pronounce. And it is engaging. Challenger 1 gets a hit in. And it, got a side shot on the Mexis, which takes it out in one hit. Or is it a frontal hit? I have to double check that. Looks like it might have been from the front. That's 30 AP, which yep, that would be able to one-shot a Leopard C2 Mexis. CF-188 Hornet is out again. Looks like Razzmann might be trying to use it to intercept the Hornet, but that will involve flying over at Roland 3, which is probably not a good idea to do. The CF-188 might be able to engage the FA. Oh, yeah, it looks like it's out of the air defense network. Takes a hit from the Sparrow and goes down. Looks like it took 2 hits from the Sparrow. Oh, here GR7 did a hit, another GR7 and a GR3. I didn't quite see what they're doing. Oh, FA-18C out again. It looks like it just expended both of its AIM-9 ends. Scout Leopard trying to get into position. Interesting spot to put an HQ section. Not a lot of people would think to check there. Most would be trying to bomb this forest. Harrier GR3 coming out again. Looks like he's going for the Scout Leopard, maybe? Yep, takes it out. Oh, but it takes a hit from the Roland by the looks of it. And another hit and it goes down. Meanwhile, Faust is putting mortars into this section. Looks like it's probably trying to hit the tracked Rapier FSA. Speaking of which, Razzmann is out of missiles, so Razzmann is attempting to supply it by the looks of it. Wolverine moving out. Looks like Razzmann might be trying to use it to knock out that Lynx AH-7. He has to be careful because he doesn't want it to get one-shotted by that Milan. Of course, provided the Milan actually hits something. Oh. Wolverine fired 3 missiles, but only 1 of them hit by the looks of it. Oh. Electric Voodoo's missed its missile. Here GR7 got its missile out. Oh, but it takes a hit from the FA-18 Hornet, and it evacs. I didn't see what it took out, though. Oh. CF-188 Hornet coming out. Ooh, but it takes a hit from the Roland. And the second Roland missile misses. Rangers were spotted and taken out by Lynx AH-7. Stormers have pushed into the Gulf Forest. However, there's no command for them to... Oh, now they spotted the command and it's taking heavy fire. Oh, looks like Milan 2 took a shot at the tracked Rapier, but it missed. SCS engaging the Stormers in the open. They took out both their transports, and now the Lynx AH-7 put heavy fire into them. Azlev 25 would stand no chance against the Hachinani Shiki. Electric Voodoo coming out. Looks like it's by itself. Now the question is... Oh. Hornet takes out the Challenger 1. but takes a hit from the tracked rapier. And well, okay, there's the Roland. Interesting that Faust didn't turn it off, but anyway. You don't get a lot of Roland 3s in a deck. Only 4 or 5, I think. Leopard C2 Mech is coming out again. Here, GR7's doing a bomb run. Oh my, camera jumping over. Takes out one of the Stormers and split drop and takes out the Mon 2. Infantry engaging in close combat here. Centurion Aviary is providing potent fire support by the looks of it. Stormers are engaging the Azov PCs, however commandos are advancing on them. And that Milan 2 team is left with only one missile left. It looks like the Lynx AH-7 20mm took out the Hachinonishiki. Since Razzmann lost his command in Gulf, the scores are 0-0, but Razzmann has managed to accumulate 279 conquest points to Faust 0. Oh, Lynx AH-7 takes out a commando team in the open, but not before the commandos finish off the Stormers. Track Rapier FSA is pushing out, or pushing back up to the corner of Gulf, though it is a very slow vehicle. Oh, Coyote coming out. You don't see those very often. It's a very good optics recon vehicle with a Bushmaster. Despite what some people would say it is, well, in-game it's basically a copy of a LAF 25 with just one more front and side armor and better optics. However, in real life it is a different generation of vehicle altogether. That's a topic for a different video. SAS took out the Lynx AH-7 20mm, but they spended all their ammunition. Now they're caught out in the open by a Leopard C2 Mech, Vickers Mark 11, and a Coyote. And they go down in short order. Oh my. Wow, Razzmann is just taking all the crits today on his Centurions. Oh, Gazelle Cannon trying to do a flanking maneuver, but it's taking fire from the Azov 25. Now it's taking fire from the M240, and it goes down. Let's see if 188 Hornet did something. Looks like probably shot down. I don't know. I didn't see what happened. Not paying attention to the right things, apparently. It blewed up something. Well, Wolverine taking fire, taking shots on the Lynx AH-7, and it knocks it out after firing 3 missiles. Another Nexus and some more Canadian rifles coming out. Commando is coming out for Gulf by the looks of it, or Faust might be trying to be sneaky and put it into Hotel maybe. No, it looks like he's putting it in Gulf. Hornet's back out after resupplying its Sparrows. Looks like Faust is trying to conceal his Iltis with smoke. Here, GR7 and CF-188 Hornet loitering around. We're looking for targets of opportunity. Lynx AH-7 expending its missiles, or its rockets on the Azov PC along with the Milan 2. And that's the last missile from the Milan 2. So now, the Vickers, Coyote, and Leopard C2 Mechs are going to be largely unopposed. Up SBS coming out in a Lynx AH-7. Looks like Razzmann's going to try and get him into the corner of Gulf for some spotting. But they fly into range with the Crowtail and go down. went down to something. S16 by the looks of it. And then I'm guessing that the F-16A came out to engage the Hornet, did some damage to it, and then the FA-18 finished it off the CF-188. That is my guess. I'd have to review that. Wargame caught out in the open. Oh. Alright, comes out again. I didn't see if it hit anything. Oh, looks like it knocked out Victor's Mark 11 and possibly a Nexus. F-111C doing a bombing run. Oh, looks like it lost its target, so it is evacing. And the fact that it didn't take any fire should alert Razzmann to the fact that Faust does not have much of an air defense network to speak of at the moment. And the command in Gulf was taken out. Electric Voodoo coming out. Looks like it's the Canary for the coal mine. Oh, F-111C is coming out again. Looks AF-7 does heavy damage to the forces that Razzmann had in Gulf. Looks like Razzmann's trying to snipe a command in Echo, but he does not know its location and picks the wrong spot. TH-495's engaging the Hachinanashiki by the looks of it, though not having any luck. Canadian Rifles finish off the Hachinanashiki. Razzmann's flying his Electric Voodoo. No. And the game ends. Alrighty. Razzmann came up the victor over Faust with 279 conquest points to 28 and 3,795 kills to 2,800 losses. All in all, that was a very well played game from Razzmann. He made excellent use of infantry in force along with the fire support he had at his disposal, particularly the TH-495s, along with oh dear, along with the Centurion AVREs, which seems to be a pretty potent combination in forest combat. Anyway, I am Xander Chiron, and you guys have a lovely day.